Live commentary? Perfect.
अभी मैं वेस्टमिनिस्टर टावर ब्रिज से वेस्टमिनिस्टर ब्रिज जा रहा हूँ। ये पीछे जो आप देख रहे हैं ये टावर ब्रिज है। अभी मैं यहाँ से निकल के वेस्टमिनिस्टर ब्रिज इस क्रूज से जाऊँगा।
Okay, so starting on the left, very tall building, the Shard or the Shard of Glass. Now, this is the tallest building in Western Europe at 1,017 feet high, designed by an Italian called Renzo Piano. Now, when he designed the building, he was offered £2 million for his architecture, which he turned down for a penthouse apartment. He later sold it last year for £29 million. And I know this because Captain Alfie lives next door. On the left, just behind the cruise ship here, is London's very own warship, the HMS Belfast. I know it's a bit obscure here. Launched on St Patrick's Day, 1938, in the Highland Wharf shipyard, the same shipyard as the ill-fated Titanic. Commissioned in 1939, and has been known to be the first ship to fire her guns in anger on deep. From the right-hand side here, the glass building, it looks like a sexy stairs. Now this is the International Association for Window Thieves. Just checking you're still listening. Now I'll point it out as we come through, but on the right hand side between the buildings just ahead of us, I'll let you know when it comes into view, it's a Christopher Wren's monument. Now the monument is 202 feet high. It's a monument to the Great Fire of London, 1666. Now the reason it's 202 foot high is because to the west, 202 the Golden Ball on top. The bridge we're going underneath now is the London Bridge. Now this is the 5th London Bridge to have stood here, opened in 1973 by Queen Elizabeth II. The first bridge that stood here, nearly 2,000 years ago, was built by the Romans. The 4th bridge, before this one, was built by an American and now sits over Lake Havasu in Arizona. Now, do we have any Pirates of the Caribbean fans on board? If so, get your cameras ready. On your left, the English galleon ship, which has absolutely nothing to do with the films whatsoever. Now this is a replica of Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind. This ship, the replica itself, has circumnavigated the world twice, with where the original had only circumnavigated the world once. Put this in place underneath the bridge arch to stop prying eyes on the main road. But he forgot about the boats which pass underneath every 5 minutes. Now I'd be lying if I didn't say to you that some days are better than others. On the right hand side, as we come through Cannon Street, you'll see a barge here with grey containers in. Now this is how London transports its rubbish. But there are 3 to 4 sites along the Thames where a tugboat will come down, collect the barges and take it to a place called Essex. Each container load is 1 lorry off of London's roads. The bridge we're going underneath now, Southwark Road Bridge, built in 1921. Now this bridge was built to relieve congestion on London Bridge, but due to the poor one-way system, poor planning, the one-way system either side, most of the people that know where this bridge is are tradespeople, taxis, professional drivers. Most people that live in London don't know how to get here. On the left, just coming into view now, is a white building with timber frames and a thatched roof. Now this is the 4th rendition of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Opened on the 23rd of April, Shakespeare's birthday. We'll do plays all the way through the summer until the 23rd of October. Now you will know Maid of Light, or best known to Londoners as the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Now when it opened in 2000, the first people that walked across it, it used to shake from side to side by 2 to 3 foot. Now when Sir Norman Foster, the architect, was asked why it shook from side to side, he said there was nothing wrong with the way he built the bridge, it's the way that Londoners walked. Now coming up ahead of us are a set of 3 bridges, the Blackfriars bridges. Now the bridge you see in front of you is the Blackfriars railway station. The station spans the entire length of the bridge. The roof is corrugated with solar panels. This is the largest solar panel bridge in the world. It took £500 million to build. So it is known that if you look into your loved one's eyes as we go underneath, you give them a kiss. It's several years of good luck. Now I understand not everybody can be with their loved one today, so if you turn to your husband or your wife, it'll work exactly the same. The red columns either side, the red columns here, left and right, is the old remnants of St Paul's Railway, the first bridge to ever be on the river. Now, when they built the 2 new bridges either side, they left these in place as they were worried about the foundations if they removed them. On the right, as we come out from the bridge, you will see a lot of workings going on, cranes, copper down, barges and tugs. Now, this is all for London's new super sewer. The original Victorian sewer was built for 2 million people. With now over 6 million in London, they've decided to build a new super sewer at a cost of £5 billion. It's the largest civil engineering project ever to take place in London. Now it's supposed to take 10 years to build, but they are already 2 years behind schedule. And as you can see, that's because there's not a lot of work going on. Now the tower itself, you may notice, if anyone knows the Oxo brown, the same brown as the stock cubes. The windows spell out the company Wellington. Used to be a New Zealand frigate, now the home of the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. Now to be a member of this company, you need to have been a captain at sea for a minimum of 25 years. On the right hand side, the St Catherine used to be the royal family's royal barge. Any business long. It was built in the Second World War with a workforce of over 80% women. It is also the only bridge to be built on time and under budget. So well done, the ladies. It is made out of a unique stone called Portland stone. Now Portland stone is self-cleaning. When the rain hits it, you'll notice that either side of the bridge the surfaces are fairly clean, and when we go on the underside, you'll notice it's quite dirty where the rain cannot get to. Now coming up from the right hand side is a tall stone obelisk. Now this is Cleopatra's Needle. This is the oldest thing you will see in London today, at 3,500 years old. It was awarded to us for Lord Nelson's victory over Napoleon in the Battle of the Nile. Now anybody that knows a bit of Egyptian history will know that the 2 things at the base are sphinxes. Now sphinxes are supposed to defend, they're supposed to face outwards. When they put this in place, by the time they'd realised they were facing the wrong way round, they were already cemented down. Coming up ahead of us is the last bridge on our journey. This is the Charing Cross Railway Bridge with the Jubilee footbridges either side. Now this is the only bridge you'll go underneath, the only bridge today where you go over and underneath a railway line simultaneously. 30 feet Beneath the bridge is London's Underground, connecting the southeast of London to central. As we go underneath the bridge, the captain will give it a little toot. We'll give everybody a... Now, if they wave back, it means they're on holiday. It also means they're not throwing anything at you. Second bridge coming up. Give us a wave.